Today's lesson is on consecutive integer problems. Consecutive integers are numbers on the number line that follow each other in order. For example, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are all consecutive integers. If I start with one consecutive integer and I want to get to the next one, I simply add 1. We often have problems in algebra in which we are given the sum of consecutive integers and challenged to figure out what are those integers. In example 1, I know the sum of two consecutive integers is 35. Since I don't know what either number is, I have to start by assigning a variable. I'm going to call my first integer n. My next integer will be n plus 1, because to get to the next integer, I would simply add 1 on the number line. So I will then write the equation n for the first integer plus n plus 1 for the second integer equals 35. Then I simplify. 2n plus 1 equals 35. And then I solve. I subtract 1 from each side, which gives me 2n equals 34. Divide by 2, and I find that n is 17. That only answers half my question. The first integer is 17. To find the second integer, it is n plus 1. Therefore, the second integer is n plus 1 equals 18. So my solutions to this problem are 17 and 18. Sometimes I'm asked to find integers that are not consecutive, but are odd consecutive or even consecutive. If I am looking for odd consecutive numbers, such as 5 to 7, 7 to 9, or 9 to 11, I would add 2 in each case to get to the next odd integers. So, in my next problem, I have the sum of two odd consecutive integers is 32. I'm still going to call my first integer n, but the next odd integer will be n plus 2, remembering that there's a difference of 2 between any two consecutive odd numbers. So my equation becomes n plus 2 equals 32. I simplify and have 2n plus 2 equals 32. To solve, I subtract 2 from each side. That gives me 2n equals 30. Divide each side by 2, and I find that n is 15. Again, that's half my answer, because that's the first integer. The next odd integer would be n plus 2. So I would get 15 plus 2 is 17. And these would be my two solutions, 15 and 17. It's always a good idea to go back and check and make sure that they actually answer the question. And if I check, the sum of 15 plus 17 is 32. So I have done this problem correctly. And that is our lesson on consecutive integer problems.